People who seem to have found their purpose in life really fascinate me.
God is always speaking to us. It's a matter of getting ourselves in a place where we can absolutely hear some of that.
What makes them tick?
I love that moment when you suddenly see the why of something.
What inspires them? What keeps them fired up?
Did you go through the tunnel? Did you see a light?
I felt more supported dying than I do alive.
I want to know what makes a person have the audacity to follow their bliss. Sierra Bender is a spiritual healer, leadership coach,
Stay with me. You have the right and the ability to say no.
lifestyle expert,
And from your heart, visualize like an angel.
and author of Goddess to the Core.
What is it about this particular time in history that's bringing on the rise of the feminine?
If you look at astrology and historically, we're just shifting into a whole nother paradigm. And so that's the whole urgency, of 2012 and what's going on. But it's also that we've mastered how to create, to manifest, how to produce and be smarter and be more successful material-wise. But now we're still missing something. And so that's where the divine feminine is coming in. It's like, what happened to your connection to the earth? What happened to the connection to Spirit God? We've kind of pushed those things aside in order to be successful. And so now we're redefining what success really means. Our culture has totally disconnected from the earth. We use her and abuse her, and it's also a reflection of what's going on with women.
I choose to think thoughts that serve my greatest good.
The 21st century goddess, who is she?
She is knows how to love herself. She comes first because then she realizes that that self-love feeds others. She's also very strong in her core. She knows what she will and will not accept. She doesn't follow the rules.
It's opening, you feel heat in your body, you feel more...
We are the goddess and we are the warrior, and that's the beauty of a woman, is we're able to shapeshift, meaning that we're able to go into both forms, that I know when to stand in my self-esteem and my courage and use my voice, and then I can come over here and be this beautiful feminine goddess and come from such a beautiful place of the divine feminine, of grace, but then again, I can come over here and kick your butt if I need to at a PTA meeting and say, you're feeding my kids something that's totally unacceptable. But a lot of women don't use their voice.
Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you.
Where did the idea for the workshops come from?
My anger. It arises from my anger. Basically, I was tired of being a victim myself and hearing my own story, but also about watching other women suffer. Then when I was 32, I had a very rare tubular pregnancy that ruptured my uterus, and I bled to death and I passed over. And God asked me 4 questions when I passed over, and one was spiritually, where did you disconnect from the source of my love? Love, not just an emotion, but the most powerful source on this planet. 2, mentally, what are the belief systems from your culture, from your religion, from your family that took you further away from the source of this love? And then emotionally, why do you continually resist this love and not feel worthy of this love? And then physically, why do you continually reject this love and manifest the same thing over and over and over again, not feeling worthy?
Did you know the answers?
Spiritually, yes, when I was abused. Mentally, yes, when I went to my first day of confession and the priest told me I couldn't speak to God by myself, that I needed a middleman, and I remember that, Emotionally, when I started to do things to punish myself because I didn't feel worthy, such as the eating disorders and drugs and alcohol and men, and it just kept building and building and building. And then again, physically, it was simple. I just keep doing the same thing over and over again, manifesting the same pattern over and over, just with different actors and actresses. It was my dance with death saved my life. Christ came and visited me, and oh my, what's with Christ? I was brought up Catholic, But Christ is almost like the in-between that. It's like God is so expansive that your mind can't even handle all of that energy, and Christ is kind of the middleman to help focus and pull it in so that the mind can actually say, oh, Christ is a human being. To me, Christ was the first human being that recognized God was within him. It wasn't even religious. It was just that there's someone here that my mind and my heart can actually relate to.
Did you go through the tunnel? Did you see a light?
I have to give TV credit. They do a really good job, a very good job, like how they're stimulating all of your senses to actually feel what it feels like to pass over, to die, and how beautiful it actually is. I felt more supported dying than I do alive. I had a life review and there was no emotion attached. It was like, yes, Sierra, you know this. You know you're supposed to be here to experience this. It was excruciating, this near-death experience, and it's just a never-ending story, but it just showed me how simple the universe is. It's not that complicated, and just how energy just works. And so when I refused to surrender, to die. My ego and my strength, my physical strength was so strong that when I did surrender and say, I'm watching my body go in convulsions, I'm losing total control, and the mind can't handle that. And so when I let go of my mind, because I physically couldn't hold on any longer, and I just surrendered into, I'm gone, I'm going, then that's when the whole experience of the beauty just came into my life. And that's also what I teach, just surrender, just let it go. Why are we holding it for so long?
I'm just going to throw out some words to you. Marriage.
I'm balanced.
Health.
Typical word would be well-being, but it's beyond health. It's whole, holiness, and happy.
Religion.
Control.
Weight loss.
Weight loss. Losing the emotional baggage.
Eating disorder.
Eating disorders. Not feeling worthy.
Sex.